The year of completion and fullness in God is upon us. I am Babaji. I am omnipresent on all levels of creation, and I am omnipresent on earth. Beloved people, for the first time in the new and imagined contemporary history, there will be reflection in 2023. People will turn to themselves. Today, more and more people know and experience firsthand that the old is no longer sustainable and no longer works. What served life was neglected without the majority of people noticing. Recollection. The past years, decades and centuries have been shaped by forgetting. Man forgot to see himself in the big picture. He forgot where he came from and whose child he is. This recollection will take up a lot of space in 2023, because the hearts of more and more people are becoming permeable to the light. More and more people are in 2023, perforce as all securities are falling away or due to the luminous energetic conditions, ready to peek behind the curtain. What is now being announced is that more and more people are turning from the outside in. People can no longer endure the never-ending crises, wars, betrayal and deception, fraud, lies and falsehood, and they no longer want to accept it. This creates the need to give less and less weight to external appearances and to shift attention inwards. New paths of knowledge. The path of knowledge of pain will be completed in 2023. A higher level of learning is entered. New learning, because of joy and the joint development of a prosperous future. The past few years and epochs are condensing and releasing creative energies, so that more and more people feel compelled to make revolutionary decisions for themselves and radically rebuild their lives. In this way, those people who have neglected their transformation work to this day are shaken up and awakened. Ducking away, dubbing, acting as if is no longer possible. What has been announced in recent years, namely that relationships at all levels will be subjected to a renewed examination, will assume unprecedented proportions in this year of completion. Now people are willing to break new ground and take risks because more and more people have less and less to lose. To learn through limited pain, it is the last lesson to be internalized in this way. World politics is losing trust. On the global political stage, everything is initially going as usual. However, if you look closely and attentively, you can see what is brewing in the background for the previous rulers. Facts reach the public, which eventually grow into a tsunami for those responsible. In the course of the year, these abysses will reveal themselves to the people. The so-called elites are losing trust and faith at all levels. This accelerates the process of awakening, and more people are turning away from the old system and towards new solutions. Germany. Deeply confused and lost Germany will also find its way back to its spiritual strength. In 2023, great and hopeful processes are unfolding, and it is becoming apparent that the current leaders were only alone from the dark forces and ultimately had only a short space of action. In the global context, wars are carried on with a variety of means and methods and with all violence. However, it never comes to the extreme. A world war or the atomic annihilation of the planet are out of the question. Very many people work on different levels for real peace, for real freedom, and for real togetherness. This will have a visible effect this year, so that more and more people will gain confidence and cast off their doubts about a future full of light. Effects of gene therapy? JJK, what is happening to the many people who have undergone gene therapy? Babaji, it takes its course. The decisions have been made and many people are facing the consequences. Help is available and will be given. However, many people say goodbye to this earth, and I tell you, it is a temporary goodbye, because nobody will lose their life. The grace of God causes even the most damaging intervention to be undone as soon as man understands. Nothing is impossible for God. So have no fear, but deep trust in God. What ends on this side of the veil lives on in a different form once it arrives in the light. JJK, Messages state that people are cut off from their souls by this intervention and find it difficult to find their way back into the light. Babaji, Furrow, let yourself be inspired by God and navigate through space-time. Because it happens that some souls get lost, that they became confused, but in the end every soul finds its way back to the Creator, albeit in a roundabout way. Healings in this world as well as in the next are given to those who are ready, and many are. Many who negated all information and stop signs on earth affirm every healing and help as soon as they step out of the fog of oblivion into the light. Be and stay free of worries on this topic. Consciousness boost. The golden age will be felt on earth in 2023. People reflect, become aware of their power and strength, outbreak and liberation are in the air. What has been announced for months is achieving visible results and bringing about pleasant changes in current and world events. People feel that they can make a difference and that they have already made a lot of things happen. You can see the success that was only possible due to the immense efforts of the last few years. That gives courage and self-confidence. More and more people are joining forces, creating promising projects, going through crises together and overcoming resistance together. From this they generate new power and even more strength. The process of self-empowerment goes to the next higher level. The light at the end of the tunnel is getting closer, getting brighter and visible to more and more people. Despondency becomes courage, hopelessness becomes confidence, narrow-mindedness becomes generosity, doubt becomes trust. People's consciousness is experiencing a great boost, and this is causing new and decisive courses of action. What you didn't think you could do becomes true. It happens that dwarves become giants. People who are committed to their own affairs in increasing numbers lead everything to good. The tipping point in time. The prophets of a dystopian end times become irrelevant as humanity comes to realize that the future is in its own hands. More and more people are becoming aware that they shape the future themselves every day through their decisions and their basic energetic constitution. In summary, the year 2023 is full of challenges for those who have put off their homework, and it is a year of bright spots for those who have tended and cultivated their spiritual garden in the past few years. Overall, the energy is spinning on Earth, and more people can and will resonate with the shift and remodeling of the planet. This process, which has been going on for decades, is continuing, and so patience and perseverance are still required. The conversion takes place in a few days, in some places it takes hours. Preparing for this tipping point in time takes time, because in order to be able to keep up, all the people affected are prepared for the change. What took a long time is now preparing the ground. It is the miracle of a transformation that you yourself initiated and accomplished. 2023 is in your hands. With the grace of God, your work will be blessed and crowned with success. Unexpected turns, bright spots and miracles line the path of no return. The world is made new by you, by you, by you, and in the grace of God. Babaji. Channel, Jan J. Castle. In learning to be aware of our inner guidance, we can choose to transcend ego consciousness by eliciting the higher dimensional energies of gratitude, joy and compassion. The vibratory spectrum of these feelings and their way of being is the kind of energy that comes through the conscious life force that flows through our heart and our higher chakras. Our guidance is what excites us most at this vibratory level. Our guidance is the energy we are being attracted to as much as we will allow. If we do not resist it through our limiting beliefs about ourselves, it draws experiences into our lives in alignment with our gratitude. Without our resistance, fulfillment is our natural state of being. When we can direct ourselves into a state of gratitude and joy, opportunities arise for our participation with mutual love and delight in our encounters. Everything we need comes to us when we can realize its vibratory quality and our attention. We are naturally fed well, clothed as we desire, housed beautifully and transported in style. This can happen when we use our consciousness for the enhancement of all life. taking the initiative to maintain an emotional and mental state of gratitude, joy, compassion, acceptance and love gives us access to greater realization and opens up our experience of magical living. When we have confidence in our creative ability, we receive flashes of insight and knowing. Things happen in alignment with our own state of being. The qualities of energy that we pay attention to and align with are the qualities that manifest in our experiences. Only our limiting beliefs can keep us from realizing fulfillment for ourselves and for everyone. Our lack of self-realization can keep us from being our true selves. This is our great challenge. In transcending our limiting beliefs about ourselves, we must change our attention from stress and lack of fulfillment to the enjoyment of what we love. Making this leap in conscious realization happens in conjunction with our ability to follow our most attractive guidance. We can be aware of what feels most fulfilling in every moment, guiding us in every way. We can train our subconscious self thoroughly by much practice and learning to realize our infinite presence of awareness and creative ability. We are inherently masters of this dimension and any other that we want to participate in. Our Creator has endowed us with everything we could need and want in order to participate in experiences of all kinds in the expansion of universal consciousness. We get to choose how we want to experience our lives as expressions of Creator consciousness. We are the self-aware ones, the ones with infinite creative ability. By Kenneth Schmidt.